Make sure the title looks good. I think the title is on. What up, everybody? Welcome to the Platform Studios presents the Side Eye. This is episode number 5. I know I haven't been doing a lot of these because I am a busy man, husband, but I'm trying to get more of these in the mix. Guess who I got with me, y'all? We have the one and only DJ Dan Pooh. What up? What up?
What up? What's going down? What the fuck is happening? We ready?
Well, you know, we got a lot to talk about tonight. The first thing that we're going to discuss is something I think Dr. Umar would not approve of this conversation.
Like a Diddy party, so.
Okay. Let's see it. Let's fucking see it.
What up, Gaming Despair? What up, what up, what up? Thank you for joining us. We're going to have a wonderful conversation here in this first half of the show. It's not going to be a terribly long show, but like I said, we'll get into it. Well, like I said, first up is a topic that Dr. Umar, I don't think would approve of this, but I thought Danny would get a kick out of it because he likes going to demon time. And I thought a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down because we're going to talk about some dark stuff, but I do want to talk about this. So I'm going to play this video. I want you guys to take a look at this, and we can discuss if this is true. So, Danny, check this out. Tell me what you think.
I don't see how this is an argument right now. There's a lot of confusion among fans, and most of y'all don't know the difference between a combo guard and a shooting guard, or a power forward and a center. I'm from the South. I know a cornbread-fed Pog looks like. I'm going to give y'all a goonery lesson on what actually makes someone a Pog.
What up, lesson? I'm interested.
What up, Brian?
White queen. For her to be considered a Pog, she must be thicker than zoo glass, thicker than cold peanut butter, and kicked up to the point where you get lost in it. Some of you think just because she has a little bubble or a speed bump that makes her Pog material, and you cannot be any more wrong. If she's not dragging a wagon, then she should not be considered a Pog. Stay with me now. To truly be considered a Pog, she must have a wagon, a trailer, or the younger generation would call it a got. If she's not giving you neck pain when you go back to look at her picture, then she is not a Pog. Let me be clear. Angela White is not a Pog. Serious question. What is the first thing you notice when you see Angela? It's her beautiful eyes, of course. That does not make her a Pog. Then you guys are trying to say that Latinas are Pogs. And you couldn't be any more wrong on that.
Exactly.
That is a completely different category. On the flip side,
Latinas are not
Pogs.
Pogs.
The most known and most accurate example of what a Pog is. Tommy King is a great example of the new generation of Pog. Jada Stevens is an OG Pog. If you line them up side by side, you can tell that they are thicker than your average player. Or anyone says it, you can have a BBL and still be considered a Pog. Aiden Cole is proof of that. If you put 20-inch rims on a Honda Accord, it's still a car. The same concept applies here. You can also be a MILF and a Pog at the same time. Ryan Connor is the example of that. You can't be a Pog and a BBW at the same time. That's like confusing a wing and a big. BBWs are your power forwards and centers. Pogs are your shooting guards and point guards. They are completely different positions. Hopefully this clears things up. As a BBL expert and a Pog lover for over 15 years, I'm tired of fans seeing a slight hump and saying that's a Pog. Some of you need my glasses.
A slight hump.
It's time that we start showing.
Gaming Despair, Pog means pretty ass white girl.
And league.
It does not. It means fat. P-H-A-T.
Oh, okay.
Fat ass white girl.
Well,
let me give you the history of the. Let me enlighten you on the history.
I knew Danny would like this.
All right?
I knew Danny would like this.
So, Pog, like I said, the original term, fat ass white girl, is when that thing is thangin'. All right, and it's unusual because it ain't too many Pogs. Now, a new person that just achievement unlocked on their Pogdom is Jennifer Love Hewitt. Now, Jennifer Love Hewitt then elevated to Pog. Oh yeah, Them yitties is Yitayan. And she's got some cheek delightus, which I didn't even see before.
What about
right?
the lady
Until
who
she
plays
got
Squirrel
Pog
Girl?
status.
What about the Squirrel Girl lady? They want everybody to her to play.
Okay, absolutely. Pog.
Okay, so
Yes.
that's what that is. That's what that is.
For sure. It's like, dang, it's built up like a black chick. You know, thick, booty, small hips with big old titties. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too many, you know, but they do exist. They're out there, they pogging it up. You know, can you do it? They pogging it up. What do you do? They be pogging it up.
This
You know, for real.
pog's
So
for you.
yes.
Get Pog
Now,
to get
my
live.
preference. Yes, my preference. You know, if the Snow Bunny had to go down, it definitely would be a Pog. But you know, white women. Sometimes they lose they Pog them when they get older, though, and they turn into a potato. So you got to be careful. Gotta be careful. Jennifer Love Hewitt is older, and she just got pogged them, so you know that shit fire. But if you've been a pog younger and then you get older, you get, I don't know, something about, it's like your stomach catch up. So, but yeah, that's the synopsis on pogdom.
Gaming Experience said in that case, I met a lot of natural Pogs. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is, you know, what about the lady from what, two girls in a pizza place? She probably would be considered one of those.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I forgot her name.
Oh yeah.
But they got to be, that's the
And
thing.
then there's
right?
that
They
one
have to be
chick who's
thick.
I can't think of her goddamn her name, but she's on this show about living with her dad, or going back to live with her dad, and she's got the motherfucking pogdom.
She does.
And then yeah, and then on her way is Scarlett Johansson on her way. She ain't quite pog yet though, because Scarlett Jo definitely fired, but yeah, you gotta kind of pick and choose. I'm gonna tell you who's the finest white woman ever, though.
Who is that?
I'm gonna tell you the best looking white woman I've ever seen is Aubrey Plaza. Oh
Aubrey
my god,
Plaza.
dude, I will drink her bath water, bro, for sure. You talk about like Big Mike says, God rest his soul, sucking a fart out. Oh yeah, Aubrey Plaza can get that fart sucked out for sure.
Oh
we
yeah,
go
okay,
in-
yep. I know who you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza's fire.
She's a strange woman, though.
That's why it's so good, because you know when she lay it back, she gonna be joking. I'm gonna give her that motherfucking sausage, and I'm coming with the ham extra gravy. I'm coming with the ham extra gravy, bro.
You know, mine was back in the day. I have to say, it would be like Jamie Lee
Danny
Curtis.
is jealous. He doesn't do enough squats.
Oh yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, yeah, for sure. But she kind of crumpled up right now. Gave it this. Danny is jealous. He doesn't do enough. Listen, I ain't got to do why I got to do squats to suck a fart out. That ain't nothing but air.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
can do
saying?
that
I don't
laying
need-
down. You can do that laying down.
Yeah, I can do that. I can just suck that motherfucker out. And I ain't gotta. I don't need no. I ain't gotta be built to do that. I just need to be alive.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Alright.
he's dead on. You know what I'm saying? I think he's dead on. You know, like I said, I'm not too versed in the Caucasoid Mountains, but you know, I have to say, he might be right.
Remember, I ventured there. Remember that back in the day
Oh yeah,
when I had to get her
I
out
totally
the crib
forgot.
before mom's pulled up.
I remember. So what game you playing? No, this is the game we playing. This is it. We got
Yeah,
the
we
show
doing the
tonight.
news tonight.
Yeah, news tonight. But yeah,
So, but man, she was boy, she was trying to get it going down, and I signed up for it. I signed up for Snow Bunny action, and You know, I had to get her the fuck out. I had looked at the time, dude. It was going down. My shit was out. Her shit was down. And it was about to go down. And then I looked at the clock and saw that mom's was like 6 minutes away. I was like, okay, if you was black, I'll just like close up and then we chilling on the couch.
Right.
But white? Oh yeah, you gotta go, lady.
Man,
You
Miles
gotta
would've been
go.
like-
Listen,
Miles would have been
what the
like,
fuck
what?
is going on?
Miles would've
Nothing.
been like,
I had to
click
run
it,
up
click
out of there.
She'd have been clicking clacks. She'd have been like, clack, clack. It's going
So
down.
what the fuck is going on? I'd have been like, look, you gotta, don't blame Minister Farrakhan. He don't want to know what's going on. White girl.
Horrible, yeah.
And she was definitely willing, bro. I'm talking about absolutely willing.
Oh, for
And
sure.
I couldn't
You
get all the way in. First base, hit. Second base, activated. Third base, interrupted. So, exactly.
That
She
was-
kind of a pog right now too, though.
She's
she kinda
using my
thick.
milk of magnesia.
I don't want to say her name, but she thick. I follow her on Facebook. She thicker now, Not than a Snicker. She just thicker, but not than a Snicker. And she's still kind of round.
Did she expire? Or is she still? Yeah.
I didn't. No, she's still. I mean, her expiration date coming soon, but she's still good right now.
I said, damn, Danny got blocked hard. Yeah, I know. It was called my.
There was a couple of times David blocked me. David blocked me one time too. Well, I mean, he didn't really block, but the chick he was messing with blocked. And he remembered this. It was about to go down in the basement. I don't want to say no names.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
he was upstairs with the chick. She kept asking me, "What are we doing? Why are you worried about what the fuck we doing?" And
Man,
she
that's
busted in, and it was
That's
going
because
down,
she
bro.
looked like easy to block captain, dude. I couldn't do it.
He said, "Easy to block." It's insane. And she looked at me, what the hell was happening? It's like easy. Who was that? Maybe we talking about somebody different, bro.
I'm going hyperbolic. I'm just talking hyperbolic, man. I'm just going hyperbolic.
I was thinking more Jujim's Cloud.
Or maybe
This is back in the day, David. This ain't that wrestler party where you was messing with Easy to block. not the dragon. We talking about back in the day. This is a basement move. She was upstairs in her house with her friend. I was downstairs in her basement.
I remember
and
that.
it
I
was
remember
Gizzy.
that. Listen.
Right, I
Yeah,
don't want to
she
say
did-
names though, because motherfuckers watch her shit and be like,
Right. But it was Jujim's Cloud, right? Nah, I'm cool. And I'm not saying
Exactly.
I'm not saying I'm like over here like Boris Kojo or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, at that time I
right
was
now
like,
is that. Well, let's not go there.
yeah.
I don't wanna go there.
But dude is
I don't
right.
want to go there.
He's essentially right about the Paul, right, Danny? Is he essentially right or wrong?
He's 1,000% correct, and I
Alright.
second his motion.
And shouts out to Vontae, man. Make sure you follow him. I guess he is kind of considered like the goon expert. He sometimes
Well, because he know about all the porn. I follow him. He,
Oh, you
he
follow-
does all
okay.
the porn stuff,
he talks about all
and
the
he
ranking
does
of
like the top
stars and-
performers. Hey, I found a few new ones.
Hey, but you know what?
on
You should.
his watch.
But I would actually like for him to come on the show. It would be a good late night convo to have him talk. So,
Oh, for sure.
So
I would love
invite
to
shout
have
out
it.
there too. So shout out to Vontae.
You might want to reach out to him. Shout out to Vontae, dude. If you ever want to be on the show, we'll set it up on a Saturday. We'll do our late night convo. We'll do the study of Goononomics. We'll talk about all the best performers and what we think who are the GOATs, and we'll have a debate of who the GOATs are. So let's get it, bro.
Well, shouts out to Vontae, man. And I thought Danny would like that particular subject because it is up Danny's alley.
Oh, I love it.
Next,
Go on and on.
now we go to the depressing. Unfortunately, I did want to start out with something kind of funny because I like to make fun of the idiots.
I have to go. Bemesis is the GOAT.
He said, "I have to go,
Oh
Nemesis is
man!
the
Well,
GOAT."
thank you for coming by.
Fuck Brandon.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know the damn Titanic flute. I love the Titanic flute. That's like a classic. That's a classic. All right, we got this coming up. I want y'all to see this, man. This is Linda McMahon. I know if y'all know who Linda McMahon is. He says Brandon, he's tough. Yeah.
She's the ex pork rind of Vince McMahon.
Yeah. And speaking of Titanic flutes and shit, she actually was doing like some sort of summit. She is currently the educational secretary. I don't know fucking how.
Which is mind baffling.
But her thing got hacked. And like people, like there was like a voiceover that was calling her like a crooked, corrupt politician. And then like the music started playing. Somebody hacked her shit. And the shit was like in 4K.
Oh shit! Yeah, let me see this shit.
Now the video quality is tragic, but it's about how she.
Just make sure the volume's all the way up.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
All right.
He had his family in the White House. I know that Jared and Ivanka were
what up, Frozen?
helpful to him, but he had to do some staff changes pretty quickly as people understood what his working style was, and he understood, them. So
what up, Frozen?
He knew the story. He knew how to.
They put the clown car and
how to make things run. He had the people coming in that really wanted to work with him, and then he'd have this little gap. Sometimes kids in college take a gap year. Well, he didn't voluntarily take a gap term, but I think it turned out to be an incredible thing for him. That worked.
Yeah,
he had
so
his family in the White
I thought
House.
that was the full video. Well, there was a full video that showed, like, as she kept talking, you hear something that was like corrupt politician, and then that damn music just kept playing. So I thought that shit was funny as hell, that she was talking and all you could hear is the. So this type was Brandon style right here.
Why would you, first of all, have her be education secretary?
Right.
But then you're getting rid of the Department of Education. Like, what kind of buffoonery is this? Like, I don't even understand why she was appointed. Linda McMahon does not scream education.
Right.
She screams fucking WWE. And she's with Vince, the grapist McMahon.
Right.
Like, I don't understand.
Well, that's because she is the Ghislaine Maxwell of the WWE. So it's not like she's apologizing.
Damn.
But that's just what it is.
You said the Ghislaine Maxwell of WWE. It's crazy.
That's who I think she is. That's why she's like the Mata Hari, man. She is the.
Damn.
She's not a.
That shit's idiotic, but that music fits her though.
Yeah, it was a clown show right here. They're talking about
that music fits her perfectly.
Then I just thought it was something cool just to take a look at. All right, so let's take a look at this, man. I don't know if y'all heard about this, but there's like this emergency meeting.
Perfect.
That's
perfect
about
audio.
to happen.
10 out of 10.
And there's this meeting that's supposed to happen between JD Vance's house. There's some sort of like hidden ass meeting with all the bigwigs of the administration. So people are wondering what the hell's going on. I want y'all to check this out, y'all, and this shit.
Is Vice President Vance hosting a gathering this evening?
How does Trump not know what his vice president?
Exactly.
Is he working on what?
Is he hosting some kind of gathering of top advisors this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
I don't know. I could ask you that question. I don't know of it, but I think here's the man right here.
I saw a reporter today, and it's completely fake news. We're not meeting to talk about the Epstein situation, and I think the reporter who reported it needs to get better sources.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history of our country. And that's just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total bullshit. Okay?
On that subject,
yeah, please.
And the president swearing in the White House.
Wowzers.
He got mad about that because here's the thing, and I wanted to show you this, and right after this, I wanted to show this. This is why I always tell people, it's a simple Google search will like show you what happened, right? So I just typed in, was Epstein arrested during Trump?
Okay.
And this is what I got. Yes. Jeffrey Epstein was arrested on federal charges in July 2019 during Donald Trump's first presidency. He was accused of sex trafficking and conspiracy to commit sex trafficking minors in New York and Florida. Now here's the asterisk, right? He did get convicted on state charges in Florida, but remember Jim Acosta, the lawyer, got him a sweetheart ass deal, and he ended up getting like 2 days at, a training camp, and the motherfucker was let go.
It was like spending the night at jail, but
right.
So
and then he was let
Costa
go.
became the secretary for Trump, right?
Right. He became the AG. Yep.
Didn't he become secretary for Trump?
Yep. He became the AG. Yep.
Oh, yeah, AG. Yeah.
And then he stepped down because of this shit. But it's funny that he says,
right, because that shit came out about that sweetheart deal that he gave him the first time.
Right, and he talks about this as a hoax, and he says this is the Democrats, but when he got arrested, it was during his reign. It was during his reign. This was not the Democrats he did this. This was his AG. This was his federal charges. So, I don't know. I think there is a lot going on. There's one video I do want to show. And what's your final thing on this, Dan? Because that was just a quick little video.
He's on the list. You're not listening. Now, I did hear the report that I guess some of his stuff got redacted, or his name was redacted from a few of the files.
Yeah,
why would you redact your name from the Epstein files? You're on the list, Donald.
You remember he had 1,000
you're
FBI
on
agents.
the list, bro.
They had 1,000 FBI agents go there and redact his name from the list. They said it was a boat. They said it was a mother load. That's what Pam Bondi, according to sources, Pam Bondi said that to Donald Trump, that it was a boatload. So that's why he doesn't want the list. He claims it's fake news. If it's fake, release it. It's fake. But it's not fake.
If it's fake, release it. But see, if it's fake, then why are you redacting your name if it's fake? So, listen, I'm going to say this one last time. Trump is on the list. He's on the Epstein list. And if you don't believe that, I got a bridge to sell you.
Freaking lootly. I want to pull up this. I don't know if you guys
shout out to Midas Touch. I love Midas Touch.
Yeah, I love Midas Touch too, man. Ben Meiselas and his crew, man, they do an excellent job of breaking all this stuff down. They break it down better than I could ever break it down. I want you guys to come, check this out. It's not a terribly long video, but I just want you to watch about the press conference that Trump had today, and then he's going to break some other things down while we're at it. So go ahead and check this video out, y'all, and we'll be back around, and then we'll come on the back end, and then we'll get ready to end the show. Check this out, y'all.
Donald Trump just had a disastrous press conference in the Oval Office. Apple CEO Tim Cook was by Donald Trump's side. Trump was asked questions about Jeffrey Epstein, and then he just started cursing and saying, "That's bullshit, that's bullshit." Here, watch this.
And that's just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total bullshit. Okay.
Donald Trump was then asked if he's been briefed about any of the meetings between his former criminal defense attorney turned number 2 at the Department of Justice, Todd Blanche, and Ghislaine Maxwell. And then, as you know, Ghislaine Maxwell was moved from the prison she was in Tallahassee to a minimum security facility in Texas and got a special waiver from Trump's Department of Justice since she's a convicted sex trafficker.
I'm going to pause that for a second. I just want to talk about this point here. That sweetheart deal that she got was done through Trump's own personal lawyer, who went down and sat 2 days with Ghislaine Maxwell and did a secret meeting that somehow has no notes. I'm going to tell you, man, this is some wild stuff. I'm going to get back to it, but just remember, the place that she was put, there's a law in that particular prison system that says if you are guilty of like child rape, child essay, that type of thing, you cannot go to this particular prison. But for some reason, Ghislaine Maxwell got one of the most sweetheart deals that any other PDF file has ever gotten. What you guys?
I'm just like, can people see this? Right.
This is blatant.
This is a person that is helping someone who was convicted of sexual abuse to minors. This was a groomer. You know, if a president says, I'm going to give a sweetheart deal to a groomer, a sexual abuser, that should tell you a lot about that person's character, because you should never, and I repeat, never give them anything. This person put kids at harm, you know, had them sold and trafficked, and just giving this person this sweetheart move is insanity. And if y'all support that, like if y'all want to defend that, then I don't know what that says about you. That's undefensible.
What up, Braze? All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, that's absolutely.
What's up, Braze?
And Donald Trump lies and claims, no, I haven't been briefed at all about this. Here, play this clip.
Mr. President, have you been briefed on what Ghislaine Maxwell told Todd Blanche?
No, I haven't.
So you don't know whether you came up in the conversation
I know Todd is
or
a
not?
very respected person all over the country, all over the world legally, so I don't know.
Again, he's a total liar. Then Donald Trump, again on the Epstein issue, says the whole thing is a hoax. Well, what aspect of it is a hoax? And then why are you having your number 2 at the DOJ meet with her and grant her immunity? Tell that to the victims who suffered as a result of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's sex trafficking and sex assault. Here, play this clip.
Mr. President. The two Kevins, very good.
Mr. President, is Vice President Vance hosting a gathering this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
Is he working on what?
Is he hosting some kind of gathering of top advisors this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
I don't know. I could ask you that question. I don't know of it, but I think here's the man right here.
I saw a report today, and it's completely fake news. We're not
Exactly,
going to talk about
Braze.
the Epstein situation, and I think
Exactly,
a
you
reporter who
scumbag.
reported
What up,
needs to get better
eggplant?
sources.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history.
I'm going to continue the video. I'm sorry, guys. I just have to keep jumping in
Dude,
here.
here's my I'm sorry. Can I just jump in for a second? They keep saying it's a hoax by the Democrats.
But
Then
listen,
why didn't the Democrats use this during the election? This would have been great. This would have been perfect. So if it was truly fake news and we decide to do it, then why didn't we do it then? Why would we wait till you win and then say, okay, well, let's talk about Epstein? Because you're the president. You're like, you can kill all of that. So I don't understand why he keeps saying.
well, again, remember AG Pambani told him there was a mother load of his name, so he's in that bitch. That's why. And again, we saw this already. We Googled it, and it said he was arrested under the Trump regime, right? So if he was arrested under their leadership,
Exactly.
how can it be the Democrats when it was his own DOJ that arrested him? I don't understand how it can be the Democrats. But that's how you can tell he's squirming. Because once he starts lying, and when he says, I don't know.
Hashtag PS.
Hashtag PS. I mean, these people are acting like PlayStation supporters. You know what I'm saying? As much fervent. You know, it's ridiculous. No, I'm just talking shit. All right, we're going to continue the video. I know, he just makes me mad sometimes. I'm going to play the video.
Of our country. And that's just a way of trying
Oh,
to
can you guys
divert
see it?
attention
It went black
to
here.
something that's
Hold on.
total.
It's a black screen. Make sure you're watching the video, David.
Okay.
Instead of watching it through OBS, just go straight to the video and watch it.
There we go. Sorry.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's all right.
Then
That's
Donald
how you
Trump
do
is
it.
asked
Just gotta
about
go.
his call with Putin earlier in the day. You may have heard the news that Donald
The
Trump said
Rockstar
he will
didn't
not
think
be
so.
sanctioning Putin anymore. Remember, before he said 2 weeks, then he said 60 days or 50 days, then he said 10 days or 14 days. Well, now he says no sanctions because he said there was a good conversation between his regime and Putin's regime with Witkoff, Donald Trump's liaison. And so Donald Trump here is asked, well, how do you know Putin is not just playing you again? And Donald Trump's like, well, we'll find out in a few weeks. I don't really know. Here, play this clip.
President, in the past, you said you would know if Putin was tackling you wrong. What gives you any confidence that he is or isn't doing that this time around?
Can't answer the question yet. I'll tell you in a matter of weeks, maybe less.
And Donald Trump posted earlier today, my special envoy, Steve Witkoff, just had a highly productive meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Great progress was made. Afterwards, I updated some of our European allies. Everyone agrees this war must come to a close.
I feel
we
that,
will work
Brian.
towards that in days and weeks to come. Thank you for your attention to this matter. In other words, Donald Trump caved to Putin again. Here, a reporter asked Donald Trump,
Unreal.
did Putin make some sort of concessions? How are you going to meet with him? When are you going to meet with him? And then Donald Trump's like, I don't know. Here, play this clip.
Mr. President, what was the breakthrough today? Did Vladimir Putin make some kind of concession that he hasn't been willing to make before?
I don't call it a breakthrough. I mean, we've been working on this a long time. There are thousands of
Oh,
young
so now
people
it ain't a
dying,
breakthrough.
mostly soldiers,
Right.
but also
So he's
missiles
contradicting
being
his
hit
own
into
people.
Kiev and other places. But in terms of soldiers, I think Russia's lost over 20,000 since the beginning of the year. 20,000, and I guess the estimate for Ukraine is about 9,000. It's a terrible situation. We want to get it stopped. You know.
Then Donald Trump starts attacking Stephen.
All right, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Him and Putin, I think Putin has something on him, man. He must.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because remember, you had the one, I forgot the guy's name, but he was like a fucking Russian dude, had access to like the servers. So they got the data. She's like, play some grounded tonight. He said, except I live near a big city where the most likely target for a response. Yeah, that's true, exactly. I don't want to live in Nuketown, USA. I agree with that. But yeah, I mean, listen, Donald Trump has long-standing history with Vladimir Putin. Remember, he talked about how Vladimir Putin gave him a gift. It was beautiful at the pageant. And then he was in Helsinki when they asked him about whether he believes our intelligence or Vladimir Putin's intelligence. And he said he believes Vladimir Putin's intelligence over ours.
Vladimir's yeah.
So, he, with him and Putin, that is just what it is. Brian said, well, better move, bitch. That's wild business. All right. We gonna let this play. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. We're going to let this play.
Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon. Let's play it.
Colbert has no talent. I mean, I could take anybody here. I could go outside on the beautiful streets and pick up a couple of people that do just as well or better. They get higher ratings than he did. He's got no talent. Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They're going to be going. I hear they're going to be going. I don't know, but I would imagine because they get, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon. You know that.
Then we've seen Donald Trump do this before.
Trash.
His Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, is standing right behind him. He doesn't realize that the person he's talking about is literally standing right there. Here, play this clip.
Thanks as well to Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, and Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, for being here, wherever you may be. Oh, there you are. Hello, fellas. I missed you.
Then Donald Trump starts attacking Howard Stern. Let's play it.
Howard Stern is a name I haven't heard. I used to do a show, we used to have fun, but I haven't heard that name in a long time. What happened? He got terminated?
Yeah, they're going to separate ways because I think what they're offering salary-wise is real low for what he's getting.
You know when he went down?
Whenever you want.
Praise the Twitch is wild.
You know when he went down? No, before. When he endorsed Hillary Clinton, he lost his audience. People said, give me a break. He went down when he endorsed Hillary Clinton.
You know what's wild? I thought I had a pretty
That's
good handle
trash,
on my
yo.
finances until and expenses subscription.
Sorry, guys.
And Donald Trump.
That's Rocket Money.
Because we're not sponsored, I don't want to get caught up with that. So.
Canceling funding to the mRNA vaccine. Isn't that Operation Warp Speed that developed mRNA vaccines that you did during your first administration?
I know the
Donald
Israel
Trump
Prime
responds
Minister
with a bunch
Bibi
of word
Netanyahu
salad
is a
plays.
criminal.
He
got charged with bribery a little bit while ago.
These mRNA vaccines that are the gold standard. Now your health secretary is pulling back all the funding for research. He's saying that the risks outweigh the benefits, which puts him at odds with the entire medical community and with you. What is going on?
Research on what?
Into mRNA vaccines.
Well, we're going to look at that. We're talking about it, and they're doing a very good job. And, that is a pass. With Operation Warp Speed was, whether you're Republican or Democrat, considered one of the most incredible things ever done in this country. The efficiency, the way it was done, the distribution, everything about it has been amazing. But that was now a long time ago, and we're on to other things. But we are speaking about it. We have meetings about it tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and we'll determine. We're looking for other answers to other problems, to other sicknesses and diseases. And I think we're doing really well. Yes, ma'am.
Then Apple CEO Tim Cook gives Donald Trump a golden engraving. More gifts to Donald Trump. That's how you, get on Donald Trump's good side, by giving him golden things. Here, play this clip.
Yes, please.
Look at the groveling. I got to say this. The groveling is absolutely mind-numbing, y'all. This type of stuff really makes me mad.
So garbage, dude.
Because they know that, like with Qatar, when they gave him the fucking plane, it's like, in order to use him as a puppet, you string him along with the shiny things, right? And you give him that, and then he's your puppet.
Just give him stuff.
Yeah,
just give him shit.
Then he becomes your puppet. You become Geppetto, and he becomes Pinocchio, and he just keeps fucking. You just feed him these little trinkets, and then he'll do your fucking bidding. It's absolutely ridiculous. A straight devil on earth. Hell yeah, so I thought Putin was a devil. Hey, they didn't say it was only one devil. Technology hasn't helped the masses make population. Maybe. All of the corporations are sickening. Yeah, corporations, man, this is why you can't be a company person, man. Listen, I'm all for getting your 9 to 5 and all that. I'm just saying, don't act like they love you. You know what I'm saying? You're there to do a job, and they're there to pay you to do that job.
Exactly.
Do it good, do it fair, and do it right. But don't act like they love you. As the clowns are just bending the knee. Absolutely. What up, AZ on the beat? Make sure you guys follow AZ. AZ has a wonderful stream here on Twitch. He does a lot of DJing. He's got a lot of great music. You can find his music anywhere. Spotify, Apple, anything that you listen on, you can find AZ on the beat. Welcome. But what do you think about that, Danny? Bending the knee to Donald Trump who's still skin.
Man, first of all, shout out to AZ on the beat. I've been watching him, stalking his shit every day. And I've been in his shit, you know what I'm saying? Vibing out, rolling. So appreciate you, AZ, for keeping me entertained throughout the week. Because I want to give a god his flowers. So
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to AZ on the beat. Now, Trump. This is the most narcissistic, needy baby dude ever, man. He's so fucking needy of admiration. It's trash. That's how you know his dick tiny, dude. That's how you know that motherfucker little.
Remember you had Stormy Daniels said it was
real,
like
man.
a chode. Remember? She said it was like a Mario mushroom.
She said Toad from Mario.
Oh, yeah,
Kart. That was her exact words. She said it looked like Toad from Mario Kart. So her gaming skill even adds up higher than his president's. So yeah,
tragedy at his best.
Trump and Tim fucking Cook groveling with this golden piece is disgusting, and it's pitiful. And you talk about alpha males. Y'all want to argue about who's the alpha male? He's not. This dude is beta than a bitch. So
he's a bitch. And on top of that, I want people to read this story. I know everybody's heard it's a children's story, but it's called The Emperor Has No Clothes. or The Emperor's New Clothes, I think it's called. I want y'all to check that out, man, because this is what they used to do. They used to grovel in front of the emperor and bring him gold trinkets so he wouldn't, because he was a crazy person. They didn't want to feel his wrath because he was crazy. And that's who they're doing this for, man. We keep playing this, but this shit is ridiculous.
U.S., California, and this glass comes off the Corning line. It's engraved for President Trump. It's a unique unit of one. It was designed by a U.S. Marine Corps corporal, a former one, that works at Apple now.
He's doing well.
Designed it for you. And the base comes from Utah and is 24 karat gold. And it sits, I'll take the liberty of setting it up.
Wow.
Well,
Just fuck these rich fuckers.
there
Exactly, Brian.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Look at this dude. For what?
For what?
What's the black
Donald
for?
Trump
What
is
is,
then asked if
what
he's
is it?
considering taking over the
pisses me the
DC
fuck
police.
off.
He says, "Yep, play it."
President Trump, on federalizing DC, are you considering taking over the DC police? Is that an option on the table?
We're considering it, yeah, because
Damn, they're gonna
crime
take over a whole
is
police?
ridiculous. I could show you a chart comparing DC to other locations, and you're not going to want to see
Sound like
what
the
it looks
military
like.
complex is
Donald
growing.
Trump is asked if the Federal Reserve Chairman candidates he's looking at are from Wall Street. He goes, "We're all from Wall Street." Well, at least he's being, I guess, somewhat candid there. This is a regime that cares about Wall Street, not Main Street. Here, play this clip.
I'll take it.
Are there any candidates
I really
from-
don't think he'd take it,
Are there
actually.
any candidates from Wall Street, Mr. President?
Essentially, we're all from Wall Street, aren't we? You know, when you
Huh?
get right down to it, the term Wall Street. Yeah, please.
Donald Trump then lies and says all costs are going down. Let's play it.
Down. Costs are down. I just hope when they watch these shows, I watch this. I won't use names because I just make them.
Where is the
better
cost
known,
going
but
down
Nobody
in?
knows who
Yeah,
they
because
are.
my grocery
But I
bill is
watch this group
terrible.
of people on CNN and MSDNC too, the same thing, where they say, "Well, costs have gone up." Costs haven't gone up; they've gone down. I'm telling you, the thing that's gone up is stock prices, and success of our country. Our country is really, really doing well, successful. Yes,
Really?
Donald Trump then lies and says Japan and other countries are giving us billions of dollars in signing bonuses. That's a lie. Let's play it.
I won't be so specific other than to say, because we don't even know what the final number is. We just made a deal, as you know, with the EU where they're paying hundreds of billions of dollars. Japan paying
Why would
hundreds of
they give
billions of
America
dollars.
just
and
$100
numerous
billion?
other countries
Why?
paying
And
hundreds
there's
of
not, remember
billions of
Japan
dollars.
released that
And,
statement and said there
we're
are
not
no
even
deals
completed
about
there. And
Japan
as
giving
you know,
hundreds
I
of
remember
billions of
Japan
dollars.
put out-
Three
I remember
weeks ago,
Japan
they
putting out that
said, we have
statement
a
saying that
surplus
shit
of
ain't
$25
true.
billion. And they said, where
Right,
did this come
groceries
from?
isn't
They
trying to
checked
go
the
down.
tariffs,
Exactly.
and they checked. They said, you're right, that's where it came from. And
Groceries is definitely not
we've really
going
just
down.
started.
They're
This is
going
just
up.
in its infancy. So we have a
Donald Trump talks about sending the National Guard into Washington, D.C. Let's play it.
much of it. We're gonna do something about it. So whether you call it federalized or what, and that also includes the graffiti that you see, the papers all over the place, the roads that are in bad shape, the medians that are falling down, the median in between roads that's falling down. We're going to beautify the city. We're going to make it beautiful. And what a shame. The rate of crime, the rate of muggings, killings, and everything else, we're not going to let it. And that includes bringing in the National Guard, maybe very quickly, too.
Wow.
Do you want Congress to look at overturning the D.C. Home Rule Act?
Military
And
state.
we'll look at that. In fact, the lawyers are already studying it.
Donald Trump gives a bunch of word salad about Putin and Zelensky. Let's play it.
Yes, Mr. President, have Putin and Zelensky agreed to a summit yet? And where and when would that be? What would that
Well,
look
there's
like?
a very good prospect that they will. And we haven't determined where, but we had some very good talks with President Putin today. And there's a very good chance that
He's always talking to Putin.
Ending the round, ending the end of that road. That road was long and continues to be long, but there's a good chance that there will be a meeting very soon.
Then Donald Trump starts to blame former President Biden. Here, let's play this clip.
This was.
Why are we still talking about Biden?
I don't know.
And it's funny.
What
we
the
had
fuck?
no land was taken from Trump. It was taken from Bush.
Trump
it
was the one
taken
that
from
said day one,
Biden. The
right?
whole thing they
It was
would take
going
from Biden
to be
if it weren't for us.
absolutely
But it was,
astounding.
and it was taken by Obama. Take
What?
a
We're
look
still
at
talking
all-
about President
We're still
Obama?
blaming
all
Biden.
of the land that was taken.
We're still
Nothing
talking
was
about
taken
President
by Russia
Obama.
from us. Not 1 ounce of land was taken.
Then Donald Trump talks about putting tariffs on semiconductors.
That motherfucker said, "I don't care if that shit was 16
Taiwan, one
years
of our
ago."
allies, is going to be targeted by Donald Trump. Let's play that clip.
So it's a big factor.
funny. Who gives a fuck? That
100%
shit was 16
tariff
years
on
ago.
all chips and semiconductors coming into the United States. But if you've made a commitment to build, or if you're in the process of building, as many are, there is no tariff. Okay? If for some reason you say you're building and you don't build, then we go back and we add it up, it accumulates, and we charge you at a later date. You have to pay.
From what, Trump?
And that's a
Right.
guarantee.
From
So,
what?
What the fuck is he
what the
talking
fuck
about?
are you
and I
talking
think,
about, bro?
The chip companies are all coming back home. They're all coming back. We started with Intel, and gradually
where,
Intel
Trump?
was just
From where?
taking over the calls. They were taken to the cleaners, frankly, and moved to other places, in particular Taiwan. But I think a lot of those companies are coming back, and they're coming back very rapidly. So
Exactly,
that's a big
AZ.
statement, 100% tariff.
And then here is Donald
name
Trump's
me
envoy
three
Witkoff,
companies,
a
Trump.
real estate
Give me three
investor with zero
companies.
diplomatic experience or foreign
Where the
policy
zip checks
experience,
at, lying
meeting with his
bitch? I
good
told
friend
you this
Putin
motherfucker,
once
they'll never
again. Here,
believe what he
let's play it.
says.
By the way, doesn't Putin's office look a whole lot like the way Donald Trump decorates his stuff and the way Epstein decorates his stuff? Well, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to
All right. Final thoughts on this particular video. We'll watch a couple more and then we'll jump out of here.
Man, Trump is the most con man of con man, dude. He's like, and then when you hit him with a question that requires analytics, he just goes into word salad. He's not even talking about, it's like you're not giving any specifics. You're being very vague about what you're championing. You know what I'm saying? When you're saying, like, these companies are coming back, which ones? Because there's been no new companies that have sprung up or been announced or been on the news. I'm pretty sure even the fixed news network, aka Fox News, I'm pretty sure they would have covered it and said, look, this company came back and this company came back.
Right.
And they said because of the tariffs that they're here. It's all fucking smoke and mirrors.
AZ said
And
fed us
it-
BS didn't fall through just lies. Didn't follow through just lies. And Brian said Trump lies of P.
Trump is lies of P.
Just
He really
ridiculous.
is. And it's maddening when you look at this stuff. It's like this shit is happening in 4K and people are just staring at this shit. And it's because it's probably unbelievable. But
Yeah.
you know, this man is wild. And I don't understand how people support this shit.
Yeah, he's a weird one, Mr. Grinch. He's a weird one. He's definitely a weird one for sure. He says like a movie. Says I want my STEM check. I feel, but remember he promised the checks. But I told y'all a long time ago, man.
Wait, that was supposed to come. That was supposed to come last week. Remember the first?
Yeah, remember he
It
said
was
it's supposed to be 2
supposed to be,
weeks, and then
it's-
2 more weeks, and then 3 more weeks, and then but remember I told y'all, man, when them stimulus checks came out, when Congress voted them in, and it was a Democrat Congress who put that in motion, and Trump vetoed it, and he only stopped it because he wanted his name on the check. He said he didn't want it. Trump been told y'all a long time ago that he did not want to give out no stimulus checks, y'all. Remember, he said he didn't even want holidays anymore for people to be off work for holidays. What makes you think
for the
he's
holidays?
What makes you think he's gonna give you a stimulus check? Y'all should have not believed that shit, man. That shit is lies. But from the ultimate liar himself, Donald Trump, That's just what it is. Now, I got a couple more videos I want to leave y'all with because, again, Danny says this too. He is in the files. And I want to show y'all these 2 videos. And I just want y'all to just, like, look at the raw person and think, is this something you want to support? Check this out.
Personal relationship. Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
I want y'all to understand that what he asked him.
Insanity.
He said, fuck it, I'm going to move to Thailand. I want y'all to understand what he asked him. Let's play it one more time.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
He answered that question. Now check out the second question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
Yep. And a couple things before we go to the next video. Michael Wolff was going to do a story about Epstein. He's going to write a book. And Epstein told him a story about how he was actually kind of scared of Trump. He said when that whole transaction, because there was like a transaction deal that actually kind of messed up the relationship. It wasn't him taking Virginia Giuffre. There was a real estate deal that was shady, and it actually went to a Russian. Trump outbid Epstein, and then Trump sold the building to a Russian for like money laundering. But that's another story. But he was able to answer the question about whether he hung with Donald Trump. Yep, easy. But when it came to about whether it was with girls under the age of 18, it was a problem answering that question.
It got shaky.
Shaky. All right, I'm going to show you the second video, and then we going to get up out of here. Check this out. Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to hear this video. Good.
Check this out.
In this video,
go ahead. Play the
I just
video.
start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the you can do anything. That's what you said, correct?
Well, historically, that's true with stars.
It's true with stars that they can grab women by the
Well, that's what it's. If you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star.
I think you can say that, yeah.
In this video,
I want y'all to just hear this again.
I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star,
You can
they let
see
you
the
do
demonic
it.
in his
You can
eyes,
do
too.
anything. Grab them by the you can do anything. That's what you said, correct?
Well, historically, that's true with stars.
It's true with stars that they can grab women by the
Well, that's what it's. If you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star.
I think you can say that, yeah.
In this video.
All right, final thoughts on today, Dan Pooh. What say you?
Trump is on the list. Trump is on the list. Trump is on the list. If you're an able-bodied person who is a regular human being, you would automatically know Trump is on the list. If you supported Trump, any of our listeners supported Trump, and you can see this and still think that it's a hoax or a Democratic hoax, Trump is on the list. Trump has been friends with Jeffrey Epstein for over 15 years. Tell me, what friends do you have that you've been friends for over 15 years and you didn't know what they did personally? Right?
Exactly.
Like, does Epstein really, did Trump really trying to get people to believe that Epstein hid his sexual life from Trump when Trump's whole friendship was based on sexuality with Epstein? Because that's all they talked about was hot young girls. Anytime you talk to Trump and ask him about Epstein, what did he say? He always described Epstein as, oh yeah, he likes some women, and he likes them on the younger side too. So you already knew, you said it yourself, that he likes super young ass women. You know this already. So how could you not be on the list? Trump is on the list.
I second that emotion. And yeah, I mean, Trump is on the list. And again, this was during his deposition through the E. Jean Carroll case. This is where he got found for sexual assault and battery. In this case, he actually was found guilty in this particular instance. So yeah, that is what we got today. Again, AZ said it best. We all we got. All we can do is try to have each other's backs. Let's try and fight. We do have the midterms coming up for 2026. This is a chance to turn his presidency into a lame duck, and this is his chance to turn his presidency into a null. If we can get some independents, some Dems, and we can get them to take back the House and the Senate during that time, then Trump has no power. He can actually be impeached and removed at that point as well. So yeah, that's what we got.
I just started.
So yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody coming. Who we rating, Danny? Who we rating?
Let's see.
Who we got?
Ain't too many people live. I see Justin Wong. We can rate him.
All right, let's rate Justin.
Justin Wong, the motherfucking legend in Street Fighter. I think he's testing out Sagat.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so if you guys want to check out Sagat, he's giving what he calls refunds.
Bray said, don't forget about the rich scumbags in our state. A lot down here in the OCSD parts of LA, my county. Yeah, exactly. It is typically conservative. I agree with that. A lot of
there it is. The rate is going.
All right, guys. Listen, I appreciate everyone for showing up tonight. I appreciate everybody. Y'all make sure y'all keep this truth out, man. He's in the Epstein list, man. Don't let up. Don't forget about
Trump is on hashtag Trump is on the list.
Don't forget about it. Don't forget about it. Keep pumping. Keep asking him. Don't let him get away from this. All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody. Love you all. You guys have a great rest of your evening.
Trump is on the list.
He's on the list, y'all. Peace.
All right, we rated out.
I think we rated out.